Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Journey. Today we're going to be looking at the Alpha Bear. Now, of course, when it comes to these Primordial Lords, you want to make sure 1000% that you are farming these out as much as possible. The reason being, you get a absolute crazy amount of loot out of these. Now, of course, when it comes to the different bosses, there are very different formations in here. And I'm going to show you the couple that we're running in here. And I want to really take track. So I've been keeping notes and a lot of other things. I know as we continue level-wise, as we continue progression, I'm changing up some of the heroes in here, making sure, again, we got kind of the viability, also the damage that we're dealing in here. Now, looking at this combination, we are running Smokey and Thorin. In this one, we are running Merrily, which we have right up there. We are running Corinne, and we are running Odie. Now, this is a formation that does an incredible amount of damage. Now, one thing to note with this is we can switch up again, kind of looking at a couple formations that we've been running. But if your heroes are dying out too quick, so this is kind of the general. So I want to start with this one first, is dropping out Merrily and actually dropping in Coco. So putting Coco in here is going to make a difference in this formation for the simple fact that it has the ability to add some defense in there, but you also get some life leech in there. So again, this hero makes a pretty good doubles really as support with the life drain and also the damage reduction, because the Primal Lord hits like a truck, guys. The Primal Lord is a pretty tough hero. So I'm going to drop these back right here. Now looking at, I'm going to keep with the same exact one that we have in here for the artifact. So looking at this formation, as you can see, and I wish I could zoom in a little, we have Smokey up front, followed by Corinne right in the back. We have Odie right behind there, and we're also running a buff in here. So right here, looking at our factions, we get an attack buff and an HP buff because we are running 3 Maulers in here. And then, of course, the tank we have in here is Thorin. Thorin, of course, does some pretty considerable amount of damage, but also a very solid tank. Now, one thing to note is over here is you can actually switch with heroes, as you can see, that we have in this formation based on how we're wanting to build these. So overall, I'm going to swap the heroes in here to make sure that my 2 170s are my primary damage dealers. Merrily, we'll look at a formation, but I want to run this 3 times, guys, because of course we only get 3 attacks, but 3 times. I want to see how well we can score in here. Now, everyone else that I do have in my formation is level 160, as you can see, meaning this is going to be the one. Now, of course, when you're going in here, you want to try to maximize the damage, but that comes kind of with a little bit of a caveat, is because you have to keep the heroes alive. What has happened a lot of times that we have seen these bosses is they do hit very, very hard, meaning if you're going to actually up the damage that we have within these formations, it's incredibly difficult because, of course, when you up the damage, then you end up getting or taking a lot more damage and these heroes die out pretty quick. But this really makes a big, big difference on how well your heroes are built. So if you have a bunch of them up to Mythic Plus, if you have a lot of those the exclusive items unlocked, might make a really big difference. And again, I want to test it a couple different ways and see kind of what we can do here. Now, of course, a lot of these heroes, like I had said, we don't have them built up very high. But if you look here, we are at 21 seconds and we went ahead and lost, which means if we step up some of the damage in here, I don't think we're going to get to the point of doing more damage. But you can see we have Corinne in here maximizing the damage. Now, Odie, we do have the +5 exclusive item. I thought he'd do a little bit more damage. We could swap this out a little bit. Now, second formation, we're actually going to drop out Coco in this one. And again, I'm really kind of testing this out, seeing exactly what is going to work here. So this one, we're going to have the same. So I'm going to drop out Thorin for Kruger. Now, this again is going to be a lot more kind of aggressive when it comes to the formation for sure. So we have Odie in here. We have Odie in the back. We have Smokey. We have Corinne. We have Merrily. And then, of course, we do have Kruger. Now, with this one, again, I'm wondering if we went a little bit more defensive instead of using our Star Shard, which, again, I'm going to have to play around with, see exactly where we're at. And I definitely want to check the DPS, because checking the DPS in there, I have the video. We have the video recorded, so we can actually see where we kind of landed. Now, of course, with this one, I feel like we're going to have a lot less or a lot more damage, but are we going to have the survivability? So I'm wondering if we can kind of overpower this with the burst damage we're putting out, having an extra DPS. So essentially, again, dropping out Coco, dropping out Thorin. Now, of course, Kruger offers a big physical defense reduction on a boss like this, which of course is huge. And then we do have Corrin in here and we have Merrily. So both of them doing a lot more damage in this formation. And then the third one we're going to look at is running Rainier. So I don't know exactly how this is going to work out. Again, wanted to test out a couple of these different formations, see exactly where we're at and see kind of where the damage is. So 27 seconds, but see 9 chests in here. So I think we did a little bit better in this one. Unfortunately, at this point, we can't even, or maybe we can use these ones. Maybe we can use those ones. Let's look at the damage here. So again, Corrin doing a lot of damage in here. And overall, looking here with Merrily, looking at here with Corrin, we don't have either of their exclusive items unlocked at this time, which makes it very tough. So the final formation, again, I'm going to run in here very similar to kind of what we were saying. This is going to drop Kruger out. This is going to drop Thorin in. So very similar again to what we've seen. We're running Merrily in here. I'm going to drop a Odie out of this one. And this is actually going to run Rainier. Now, the big reason for this is, of course, even though we have them very basic, I want to see what this is going to look like with the hero. Let's see where, because I think he goes right here. And I'm kind of thinking where, oh, it might be in the back middle. There we go. So we have Rainier right here. We're running Merrily. And again, kind of looking at some of these formations. We're running Thorin up here, and then we're running Smokey in the very front. Again, this is a little bit more of an aggressive formation, but this is going to drop, of course, the teleport right here with Corrin. Now, Rainier might have to be built a little bit further. So again, just based on kind of where we're at, boom, knocks in and puts, look at the big ring around him. I like the big ring. It's almost like a hula hoop that this boss has. But overall, again, looking at the change up, and I think we could have probably swapped up a hero to get him a little bit stronger, just that extra 10 levels. But here, and again, it seems like the artifact is doing a lot of damage in here, which I definitely do like. But let's see where we can get 21 seconds, 27 seconds the second time. So of course, now we're just going to have to look at, and I'm going to have to figure out the raw damage that we're doing on here. And of course, building these out a little bit further. How are we going to keep them alive to do the damage? Now, of course, we were at 9 chests last time. Rainier goes down pretty quick. Unfortunately, with the hypo heroes, we haven't had really much luck at all. And then, of course, this is going to be a little bit, and I think that I really account this to Rainier not doing a lot of damage in here. But that's okay, guys, because we still get essence out of here. We still get chests. This is really what we're looking for, is the hero essence. Even here, look at the damage buff that we got out of Corrin. Now, ultimately, I feel like if we get Corrin a lot higher, it's going to be better. Same with Thorin. We do need a couple more copies of a few more heroes. But unfortunately, we are sitting at the unranked. I'm hoping on the next reset that we can actually do a little bit more damage in here. But I'm thinking essence-wise, that might be enough to actually gain another level, which it is. See, we could have swapped Merrily to 170, or could have swapped Thorin or Odie to 170, or Thorin or Merrily a little bit higher. But let's go ahead and level up again. And there we go. Essence, we've been gaining about one of the essence levels a day. As you can see, we're at what, 60 million? We're at 60 million right now, but 170 right there. 2 more heroes, which means probably another day, day and a half, maybe 2 in its entirety to actually get both of these up to 170. And then literally we are just going through progression on here to go ahead and break out and build these up. Now, of course, like we do with most of our videos, I'm going to end this with our summons. I don't know why I just went in the Arcane Labyrinth. I'm not even really paying attention at that point, but let's hop in here. So summons, we have Floribel. Now, good question. A lot of players were wondering the effectiveness of Floribel at this point. I really don't know, because I don't have enough copies. I don't have enough diamonds, don't have enough of the rate up scrolls to go ahead and build her out. But right here, we're going to go ahead and do one summon, which we know is going to guarantee 1 copy of her, because we only had 10 more summons in here, which means, boom, there is right in the middle. That, of course, is going to give us the unlock, and it gives us a copy of Odie. So that is pretty good. I'm going to have to test her out, see exactly how well she works with Floribel. Now, all recruitment, we have 19 scrolls, 288 diamonds, so a little bit shy of getting one. But of course, this is going to guarantee us an S hero as well. I'm hoping for Thorin. I'm hoping for Smokey. There's a couple that I'm looking for. And look at that summons. That is 4 of our purple heroes. There we go. So we got Heoin, which again, not too happy with, But overall, looking at the hero, we do use her a lot within the Wilder Tower. Now, look at these Viper. We have Sylvana, we have Arden, we have Damon. So pretty good right there. Let's see if we can get anyone in this one. And it is just another purple. So it's going to be some more acorns. As you can see, kind of the acorns flying out. There's a copy of Corinne. Now, Corinne, of course, is the one that we're focusing on. Corinne and Marilee are two that we have been really, really focusing on. We have 15 scrolls, which, of course, we picked up some through the regular gameplay. Let's go ahead and see if we can get lucky with these pulls again, looking for those S or those A-class heroes. We get, it is just a purple in there, which means one copy. There's Viper. Then, of course, we don't have enough, but I still do have 5 more. I'm going to go through here, use my last 5, because, of course, the closer that we get in here for these summons, and there we go, there's a copy of Arden, copy of Damon, so we're getting pretty lucky with the purples. There's an Omnicorn. We have, what, 2 more, so this is our last one in here. Could it be? It is a blue. Unfortunately, nothing there. But another Omnicorn. So we picked up a lot of Omnicorns. But right here, guys, we have 12 more before we pick up one of these or Thorin. Again, we're kind of looking for all of them. Even looking at Corinne, looking at Marilee, looking at OD. We definitely want to pick up and continue to search for those copies. And of course, going in here, Corinne is the one that we are going to go after. I have been building out Marilee. Now, Marilee, I believe, is pretty close being built up. I think we're, what, 7 away right there. Same with Corinne. We've been kind of building him up a little bit, which again, we're what, 3, 4, 5 away there. Viper, of course, going boom. There is the skill unlock with Mythic Plus. Not going to level up his skills, but there is the exclusive equipment. I'm going to have to save those. And then, of course, the burning in there doing a lot more damage. Do we have anyone else in here? We do. There is Arden to Mythic as well. And again, tower-wise, we're starting to get a lot more of these heroes built, which is awesome to see. And then, of course, there is Floribel and the kids. So we're going to have to see exactly how effective she is in a bunch of different game modes as we continue our progression. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the Alpha Bear and absolutely this monster boss we have in here. But again, that is going to do it. Let me know what you think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.